guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Nice of you to join us. So today's video is going to be another foundation review video, my favorite. We're going to be reviewing the Mcgrath Skin Fetish Sublime Foundation Tongue Twister. She's actually a British makeup artist, but she's done a lot of live runway, a lot of like Vogue magazines, a lot of like high fashion editorial type makeup. So she's very, I would say her brand is very high end luxury, and just from looking at the packaging it definitely meets that. It is quite on the pricey side. However, I wasn't fortunate enough to be on PR, so I did not get this for free. I had to go out and get it. This is my card. I'm just like, it was a lot. It was a bit of a struggle. All these people that are saying it's expensive, you people didn't buy it. Will you keep quiet? It hits a little bit different when you have to actually pay for it. But we move. I have actually seen a few tutorials already, and from what I could see, the primer itself is giving me hydration vibe. And for someone with oily skin, that's not the word I want to see in my primer. The sales assistant, she also confirmed that she is also oily skin and it's not for her. So I knew that I wasn't going to spend that much knowing I wasn't going to use it. I have oily skin, so I always have to go for something that's oil free, mattifying, you know, those kind of words. So hydrating, especially in the summer right now, they're not my friend. So maybe in the winter I might try it out, but I would get a sample. She gave me a sample, but I just know it smells so nice, by the way. But it smells like skincare, but I just know that for me, I know that I want something that's gonna, you know, tackle my oily skin. Okay, so this is the foundation. It is so luxurious. Like it reminds me of like, it just gives me like Tom Ford vibes. It reminds me of like perfume. I didn't really have much issues finding my shade, so I went for 30. Going by everybody else's, I don't know if they matched themselves right, because I swatched 28, 29, 30, 31 and 32, and 30 was the closest match for me. I would probably say almost spot on. This is described as deep with neutral yellow undertones. You know me, if you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm a neutral golden. I can use neutral, I can also use golden as well, but I stay away from red because it's just red, and because I obviously would contour and bronze with more warmer products and my powder, so I tend to use more neutral foundation, more like a neutral golden yellowy foundation, if that makes sense. However, this is my summer shade. I have tan as well, so that could be the reason. If you're familiar with my channel as well, I tend to go for full coverage foundations. This is for two reasons. I'm either no beat or full beat kind of girl. I try to do the in-betweens, it just doesn't work for me. I look a hot mess, and because I have pigmentation on my face and problematic skin, I also tend to go for full coverage foundation. I just want to save all the stress. I just tend to pick more medium to full coverage foundation. So this is supposed to be light to medium, I believe. So hopefully it's one of those ones where I can actually build up. So we'll see. So yeah, as you can see, I do have quite a few blemishes on my face because my skin is just doing a madness as it does. It has its up and down days. Usually I match my foundations to like this part of my face. Right here is really dark, and obviously you can see my chest is much lighter than my face. My body is much lighter than my face, so I normally just match this section. So for primer, I'm going to use the Fenty Mattifying Primer. This is the new one. And hopefully this, I've actually tried it once, but I don't really know what to think about it just yet. So I'm gonna try it again. Okay. It's definitely not as light as I thought it would be. I would definitely say yeah, I would definitely say medium. I was expecting it to be a lot lighter. And I also read somewhere that it oxidizes, so I don't know, I feel like this could get darker. Okay, so this is literally two like short pumps. Right now I'm looking very radiant. Very, very radiant. So It's definitely something I would use with a more mattifying primer. Ooh. I'm gonna add another layer just because obviously the dark areas of my face need to be covered. But this is fine, honestly. It's actually not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Once I highlight, it should come back. It's not too bad at all, actually. I think it's definitely a buildable foundation. I can see my blemishes still coming through. But honestly, in terms of the coverage, it's actually pretty good. I'm going to put a bit of concealer because I can still kind of, the darkness is still kind of coming through a little bit. So I'm just going to try and cover up this area. Under my eye, yeah, I can see the neutral. You can definitely see the neutral pulling through more. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit to my under eye because I need to still cover those areas. So I would probably suggest color correcting if you need to, but if you're just wearing this as a quick on the go, quick beat, then it's fine the way it is. For me, obviously, I gotta cover those areas, you know. So I'm just gonna do my eyes real quick because I did that before the rest of my face, and then come straight back. Okay. So I did my makeup, you know, behind me with my vanity, and I did see there were a lot more areas I needed to cover in my face. So obviously the lights are very bright and not showing you everything. So obviously moving back away from you can see the actual shade. Yeah, so I literally had to add some more. I literally had to use like 3 pumps to get my desired coverage, and you can see my face is still quite radiant, quite glowy, so we will definitely have to set this. I'm going to use the new Ebene Stay Naked Concealer. This is the shade 70 NY. I'm going to apply, ooh, it's kind of bent. Apply that to my under eye. So the concealer has kind of helped to slightly mattify my under eye. I can still see my deep set under eye, so I would need to go in with a little bit of a light, just a slightly lighter shade. The Juvia's Place Eye Magic Concealer. Slightly in the middle. Okay, so moving on to powder. I did swatch 3, 4 and 5. 3 was medium, 4 was medium deep, and deep was 5. And I felt like 5 was definitely too dark for me. 4 probably could have worked as an all over face powder. But 3, I was really looking for something that looked like, you know, my trusty Sacha Buttercup, but there wasn't anything yellow enough. She did give me a little bit of a sample of 3, and it's so weird because I felt like from everybody else's videos that 3 would be perfect, but the shade, the color was more on the caramelly orangey side. If you can actually see what this shade looks like on the inside. Can you see? Yeah, can you see that? That's the shade. That's the exact shade of this powder. It's even darker than Fenty's Honey. So let me show you Honey. Again, she's giving you that whole like skin-like vibe. So I wouldn't expect anything heavy, but you probably could bake with it, but I don't think it was advised to do so. So this, again, this is the shade. I'm also really scared to use it under my eyes. Only when I swatched it in the store, it looked okay, but coming back, the color is honestly on the golden orange side. Next to it, you can see that's even darker. That's Sacha, yellow, and this is 3. So this is, can you see, it literally disappears. It honestly disappears. That's it. So if you like this look where you don't want an all over like a brightening highlighted under eye, then you can go for this. Want something a little bit brighter, especially because I have my deep set under eyes. This powder really helps to mask that. So this is what I'm looking for. This is the Sacha one for something like this. So I kind of wish I had a sample of 2, and I would probably have layered 3 and 2 together to get my desired look. I did see a couple of people layer either powder underneath and then apply this, or apply the powder after they applied this. So I haven't really seen anybody use this on its own. That's my skin tone. Let me just show you again. I'm going to apply more. When the colour initially gets on the skin, it's perfect, and then once it goes, it literally disappears. It's so soft. The powder itself is so soft and finely milled. It just disappears. This will definitely be like a no makeup powder to use, but I know someone's gonna say, oh, it looks fine, it looks fine. I just need a little bit more brightening. So this is Sacha. Need a little bit more brightening in there. So yeah, I'm gonna use the powder anyway, and then layer it with my Sacha, because let's still make some use of it. The powder's £50. So as you see, it's like a nice shade, and then when you apply it, it literally disappears. So I think the more you use, okay. If I'm honest, it doesn't look bad at all. It really doesn't. It's very natural. I just need a tiny bit of yellow, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit in there. Just a tiny bit, just to brighten it up, you know? So yeah. I like it. I will definitely go back and ask for more samples, because she gave me it was really tiny. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. I just wish they could have been in between shades, and it's so funny because even the sales assistant also said that she would have loved to in between shades. I think she was just slightly, were we the same skin tone, or maybe slightly darker? She said she would have loved in between shades as well. That the powder was a little bit too dark. So 4 or 5, you know. 5 was obviously quite red and quite dark. 4 would be okay for me. Obviously, if you're a little bit lighter, I don't know. And obviously 3 was just a little bit, just teeny bit too dark for my under eye. I love, oh my gosh, I love how that looks. Even before I applied the Sacha one, my skin honestly looked so smooth. My under eye looks so smooth. So I've just applied, taking a bit of that medium deep 3 again. Gonna apply that to my forehead. Just gonna help to mattify a little bit. It's actually not bad, honestly. It's actually not bad at all. Because I tried it all on top of my, you know, foundation the other day, and I was like, it's a little bit too dark. But I would have loved it just a little bit lighter. But I know a lot of people are going to love this shade, this colour. I love the fact that the sales assistant wasn't trying to push products on me. She wasn't trying to sell them like, yeah, get them all. She was being very honest and like, listen, this is what I feel. I feel like you don't need this. I feel like this could be a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, you know. So I honestly appreciate people like that who don't just push products and sell me stuff just because they want to make, you know, extra cash and stuff. But honestly, the powder is flawless. Wow. Flawless. I'll take some of Sacha to the bridge of my nose. I really hope the camera picked up, you know, the actual shade of the medium deep 3, because it really does not look like that on people's videos. It's crazy. Where's my brush? I'm just going to add a little bit more Sacha. I feel like if you don't have the deep set under eyes, which I can't see right now, that powder would be good for you. But for me, I just need to go a little bit lighter to kind of mask it. I really like this powder. And now I really wish I got forward so I can use it all over the face and see if it actually makes the foundation last longer. I know that if I didn't set the foundation, I would have been glowing all day, and I just wasn't really feeling that look. So the powder has definitely helped. We'll see how that wears throughout the day. Let me finish off my eye makeup. The powder is also a lot more mattifying than I thought it would be as well, so just to bear that in mind. You could probably get away with baking, honestly, but it's not like a cakey matte. It's not a drying matte, but it's a lot mattier than I thought it would be. I may even prefer this more than the Fenty one. I guess we're gonna give it a few more tries and see how we feel, but yeah, I like this. I've literally just gone to my bathroom to look at the mirror that's next to the window. And I don't know what it is, but this makeup, honestly, my face is looking absolutely flawed. Is it the under eye powder? Is it the foundation? I don't know, but I am absolutely in love with my face right now. I'm in love. I'm not even exaggerating. I love this face. So I want to see how it fares, you know, in a few hours, because obviously it's looking quite nice now. We don't know what it's going to look like in a few hours, so I will come back to show you. I'm loving this. I may have to go and get this powder. I'll just get some more samples, but this is pretty. Like, this is so pretty. I think I like that shade of powder. It's amped up a little bit with the sachet. It looks pretty. I don't know what it is, but I'm loving my face today. So I'm gonna give it a few hours. I'm gonna come back and obviously give you my final thoughts on the foundation and the powder. Okay, so we're back, and it's been about 5 hours, and what I'm seeing is definitely what I expected. I definitely expected it to, you know, be a little bit oily. I mean, it's not bad. For 5 hours, I think it's okay. It's okay. Again, it's not supposed to be like a mattifying foundation, you know, oil-free foundation. So I'm not like shocked or anything. So nothing that a quick blot powder can't fix. Definitely not a summer foundation. For the first hour, the second hour, the third hour, it was great. I went out for a bit, came back. I would definitely give it another try. I'm going to test out different primers. So I don't know if using her powder will help, but again, the whole vibe of the collection isn't matte, you know, so isn't matte Instagram ready. It's meant to be quite skin-like, so this is the kind of vibe you'd be going for. Those of you with dry skin definitely would benefit from this look. I just have to say I absolutely loved my face after I applied it. Like, I was on my phone, no filters, it was looking flawless. I don't know what it was, but it looked flawless, like flawless. I cannot stress this enough. So I was really happy with it. The foundation shade was okay. I did find that around my mouth area, around my chin, you know, that area that's a lot darker was coming off a little bit, not grey, but it needed a bit more warmth to it. So I'll either have to color correct or maybe apply some concealer underneath and then apply the foundation. I think I really like the match. Do I think it's worth it? If you are the working woman, professional, on the move, haven't got time for a full beat every day, going to work or going to wherever you're going, and you are about that life in terms of you can actually afford to buy this, then I would definitely recommend it. So I don't feel anything on my face. It's just really good. Congratulations to Mcgrath. This is an amazing collection. It is very expensive. Even for me, it's quite expensive. So I definitely would say get some samples. All I've got to do is just use my blot powder and just, you know, pat down those areas, and honestly you're good to go. So it's not so bad. I really thought I'd be doing this after an hour, so it's not so bad. Will it be something I would purchase again? Probably not, just because, you know, I've tried it, you know, I know how it goes. That's it for the video. I hope this was helpful. I know it was quite long, but thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.